This makes me feel so weird that I used to just sit and admire my notes rather than studying from it. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Ness, and today's video is really random, but I wanted to make this video because I wanted to share this. It's how I study being a high school student, and being after I came to high school, realized that sitting for long hours, going through the textbook and not understanding a thing doesn't make sense. You have to inculcate simple but yet effective methods for you to get things done, even if it's for a short period of time. Like, no one will say you to sit and study for like 24 hours together. I know that's weird, but yeah. So these are the tips that I follow, but make sure to pick what works for you because it's you who's gonna study. And yeah, do not get forced into following a particular schedule because you know that doesn't make sense. You'll never understand because you have to formulate it how it works for you. So yeah, do it how you feel comfortable. You have to feel comfortable when you're following that routine. So yeah, look for what works best for you and then formulate your study schedule. But these are my tips that I have inculcated. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first tip which I follow is setting my screen time before my study session. This, my parents always tell me, you come back from school, you sit with you sit with the gadget, and you don't sit to study early enough. But this tip has made my life so much easier because if you have your study time, sorry, your screen time after your study session, you will throughout your study period you'll be wondering what to do in your screen time rather than focusing on your studies, rather than focusing or concentrating on what you're reading. So if you set it before, you'll get your screen time done so that you don't have to worry about it anymore. And but make sure to have a little bit of relaxed period or a break between your screen time and your study session. Like, after you get your screen time done, leave at least have a gap of about 15 minutes so that you can refresh your mind and sit with a clear mind to study so that you can concentrate better. Second tip I follow is taking running notes in class. I swear, each and every, even my cousins, my mom, my teachers, everyone swears by this method. But I used to be like, how can someone take notes while teacher is explaining in the classroom? But I started doing it last year and I'm loving it. Like, I have primarily got two advantages by taking running notes in class. The first thing is that you'll never miss out on any extra information given by your teacher, so that you'll have a better concept clarity and you're jotting things down as your teacher says, so that you will be able to remember it better. And the second advantage is that you'll increase your writing speed, since you're to take notes simultaneously while your teacher is explaining. You kind of have to cope up with their talking speed, which makes you want to write faster. So you will increase your writing speed, and tentatively you will start writing faster. And this has helped me, in last minute of the examinations, when I'm writing a lengthy paper and time is less, I have to finish it. So yeah, this tip has two advantages, so make sure you'll use it. The third tip that I follow is prioritizing textbooks and study materials given by my teacher first than the YouTube lessons or websites. Like, I will be referring to YouTube lessons and website. I don't say no, I don't refer to it. I do often, but I consult my teacher once so that I don't get confused by the explanations in the YouTube lesson or the website and how my teacher has explained it. It's better to get the doubts cleared in class, but you know, sometimes you need additional help, but consult your teacher about it and prioritize your textbooks more, read your textbooks more, or your or the study materials, the running notes which you have taken in class, do that more. But I know additional, support is needed, but consult your teacher about it, which website to choose from or which YouTube lesson to choose from, because she'll know that which will make you confused and which will not. So consult your teacher about it. Fourth tip that I follow is setting the end time rather than the start time. Like this has helped me this is help for me, but sometimes this might not work, because setting an end time means if they if it's like you have to finish reading chemistry by 7 p.m. and you to study chemistry at 6:30, you'll rush out on portions and you'll never be able to understand anything clearly. But it has worked for me, because if I set a starting time and I don't know when to end it, I'll endlessly drag the concept and I'll tentatively feel bored, because I've been studying it for like minutes together or minutes together, which you know makes me feel bored and drowsy. So set an end time so that you'll have that thing in mind, oh, I have to finish it by this time. And if I sit early, I can finish it way more earlier or in time, so that this start time gets set automatically. It's based on how you study, how long you take to understand the concept. So yeah, set your end time rather than the start time. The fifth tip which I learned it, like realized to be precise, very recently, because then that is focusing on making notes organized and neat rather than aesthetic. Like, earlier I used to be like highlighters, sketch pens, and all those stuff. I used to make my notes look like a project book rather than notes. And my friends were like, "Bro, are you writing a project book or notes?" And I'm like, "It's notes." And this makes me feel so weird that I used to just sit and admire my notes rather than studying from it, which makes kind of distracted. So focus on making your notes organized and neat rather than aesthetic. Like, I mean, I know, like, I am a fool for aesthetic inspos from Instagram and YouTube. They like color pens, highlighters, pastel highlighters, you know, great books, fancy notebooks, and all those stuff, spiral binder notebooks. But the only thing in the end which lies is what you learn. So stop making your notes look like a project book and make it organized and neat. The sixth tip is something which I started following like 2 3 months back, and it's using a note taking app to track my study sessions or my academics on whole. I personally use Notion, which is quite trending on all the social media platforms, but I wanted to try this out. And the you know the Notion getting overrated is no joke. Like, it is true to what it is. So this is how my Notion page looks like, and this is the computer one. I track. I have kept separate pages for separate subjects. So this is the syllabus tracker where I track all the chapters and its term placements with the focus points, and I have each for every subject, and I have one for YouTube as well. So let's create a new page. Let's say I name it geography, because I haven't created a page for it yet. So for that subject, I've created it, and now I'm going to nest a page inside this page, which is the beauty of it. I'm going to name it syllabus tracker. I have this page for each and every subject to track the term placements, and now we can add customized icons and covers. I'm going to add a dart one because that looks good and it matches the theme. I think tracker means I need to put a calendar or something, but that is something which I follow regularly for all the thing. And now customizing the geography, the main page, I've added the earth obviously, and you can add customize your cover, make it look aesthetic, follow the theme of which subject that page is gonna be in, which is so beautiful. You need to try it out. It's and the best part is that you can access it on your phone, your iMac, your PC, anything for that matter. So it's available in all devices. So yeah, don't forget to try it out. The last and final tip for the day is planning out the focus points of a chapter beforehand. This has helped me like so many times. Like you can also consult your teachers about it. Teachers will never say no. They are here to help you guys. Go to them, ask for the focus points, what and all are important, be it diagrams, topics, or the keywords. Circle it out or highlight it or mark it so that you won't rush while you're studying for your exams. Like before, I used to sit when I used to sit to study for my exam. The most of the time would be consumed by me marking out all the important concepts, which takes a lot of time because you have to scrutinize your textbook, you have to scrutinize this chapter to find out which is important. But if you do it beforehand, you know what are the focus points are, so you can focus on that more and you won't be wasting time marking it out before the day of your exams or while you're studying for the exams. Learn to save time and do this. So that's it for today's video, guys. I hope you liked this video and comment down below which points you picked up, and you can also tell me how you study for your exams or the study tips which you follow, and be it any queries, put it down in the comment sections. My social media handles are in the description, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button if you like this video, and if you subscribe, don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you get the notifications whenever I post a new video. And stay tuned for more updates. God bless, spread love. Bye.